JP, welcome to the show. Rob Ray mentioned that on the broadcast yesterday that you've got girls, you've got daughters. You don't have a son, so often you look at those opportunities to just get out of the house and come and hang out with us in Buffalo. Is that the reason why you're always so much involved with our alumni here in Buffalo?
No, no, not really. Like I said, I've been
You're a
really
good dad.
fortunate
You're a
with
good dad for sin, not really. Yes.
four daughters, but tell the truth, it's just like, I miss like, my time here in Buffalo, like, the boys, and like every time I have a chance to reconnect, it's always special. So, it's always something that I look forward to when I get a phone call from Scott, like you said. Yeah, like when I get a call or a text from Scott, like I know that something it's coming, so I always try to clear my schedule for it.
How would you describe the Catwalk for Charity that you lived over those years with Ryan here in Buffalo? If somebody was unfamiliar with the event, how would you describe what it was like all those years ago?
Well, tell the truth, like it will be my first time. You know what I mean? Like
What?
Ryan, that's yeah, like you're like they started it like the year that I left.
That's why we
You know what I mean?
started it. We
That
finally got rid of all the, the clowns that would
the good
ruin it
looking,
for us.
the
The
good
good-looking
looking
ones,
guy,
yeah, yeah.
the good looking one left, and now you guys had to do something to bring the, the passion back. But Carlos Club was always, for me like something, close to me, and like I was involved with Chuck Collar as well, with like
Mhm.
and Carlos Club in Children's Hospital. Like after Red Warner left, like I kind of took over, with the suite. Like I was providing a suite for Children's Hospital and Carlos Club. So there was always something pretty cool and pretty special. But like yeah, when Millsy took over, that's when they start doing like the catwalk. So like it will be my first one tonight.
Nice.
Um, Pretty excited. They asked me if I want to do the walk or I just want to be a spectator, and I'm like, I'm in for everything. I want to see it. I want to be part of it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, the list of alumni that are going to be there tonight includes Brad Boyce, Tim Connolly, Jason Daw, Rory Fitzpatrick, Cody McCormick, Wayne Primo, Daryl Shannon, Eric Bolton, Rhett Warner, Jason Woolley. And then those that are walking and going to be strutting their stuff on the stage, Andrew Peters, Soupy Campbell, Pat Coletta, yourself, myself, Ryan Miller. So, yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of fun alumni there. We're all going to be walking with a special guest. I don't know what our outfits are going to look like yet, JP. That's going to be a surprise. So I've seen some of the images from the Miller days. Like my day, we did it straight in there. I remember I did one catwalk for charity, and it was a real type fashion show. We all went and got good clothing. And then there was somewhere it was rock stars and 80s punk rock, and they had wigs and all of that. So I don't know what we're getting tonight. Like it could be a little crazy too. Are you a little worried, or you feel confident you can pull off anything?
I have four daughters, right? So I wear like everything from like play dressed up to everything like through those years. So I'm ready for anything. Like it doesn't really bother me anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking forward to it though. Like it's gonna be a fun night, and it's great cause. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Doesn't really matters. You know what I mean? Like uh, it's not a big deal to me. So like I'm
You,
looking forward to it.
you're kind of associated with two teams right now that are in a playoff race, right? Nashville is in the wild card spot right now. You're in Nashville. You played with the Preds. They had a big streak. They canceled their trip to U2 at the Sphere, and then all of a sudden they can't lose. The Sabres are on a streak of their own. What's that like when you come back into a building and you see there's that fire? You go to the games in Nashville, the fans are into it. Like, do you cheer for your former teams and watch their games, hoping they get in?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, the Preds game or like, like local TV in Nashville, but I do have the NHL network and watch, the Sabres game as well. Especially, like I said, for me, the timing is perfect, right? I mean, it's a little bit like always an hour earlier, so it's perfect. And the vibe last night at this game was unbelievable, right? I mean, like you can feel the excitement, you know what I mean? Like, and like I said, right? I mean, it's been tough the last few years. Like, obviously, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's always like some good stuff happening, but always coming short, you know what I mean? And again, this year, like, you know what I mean? It's right there to grab. not going to be easy, right? You know what I mean? But like, there's a vibe again, like in the city, and it felt like you can feel the enjoyment and like the electricity last night was unbelievable.
You were drafted by the Islanders, though. Did you feel like? Do you feel like you have an Islander attachment too, or that's in the garbage?
No, there was no love there. I'm not gonna lie to you. And there's nothing against like the city and the fans and stuff like that. But like I mean, back then, like I didn't get too much love from the management. So like yeah, like I'm okay right now, like with that beating last night.
What did you think of Patrick Roy in his career, and what do you think of his chances of success with the Islanders?
Man, to me, like Patrick Roy, like he always like be like he's a god, right? I grew up in Montreal. He was like he can walk on water in Montreal. Like the river, it doesn't even have to freeze. He walks on it, right? So like for me, like to see what he can do, like in every way he went, like he's a winner, right? You know what I mean? So having a coach like this and passionate and stuff like that, like like it's really I'm really curious and excited to see like how it's gonna end up, because like like you want that, right? As a coach, that it's just blah blah blah, like like you can feel the passion and the excitement in his voice when he talks, right? So like that's must be something pretty special, like like for those guys to have him as a coach. And like and I know you can YouTube him, right? But like maybe some of those kids don't really follow, like like that era. But like for me personally, like man, Patrick Roy was the man, like so be able to watch him, and last night being live and see him on the bench was pretty cool.
What type of coach did you like to play for? Like Lindy Ruff was a little bit firmer and would be angry and yell and scream. And then Barry Trotz was in Nashville, very calm and, totally different. Here we have Don Granado, who has started to like be a little bit more firm this year. I feel like in some of the decisions and the quotes that he has. What type of coach did you like personally to play for when you played in the NHL?
Well, obviously for me, like, like earlier in my career, I think Lindy and like the veterans we had here with the Sabres, like keep me accountable, right? Like there was something with Lindy all the time, right? Be accountable for your actions. So like at a young age, really, I think helped my game. And I really enjoyed, playing for Lindy and Scotty Arniel and, Kutchy. So I think we had a good group there and it was fun. And when I got to Nashville, like I was a little bit older, right? And I was a little bit more relaxed over there, like especially like with the division and the travel. So like it was a totally like a 360 turning around. It was totally different, but still enjoy my time there. But like, you take all like like the best from both coaches, and like some of the stuff. Like it's funny we're talking about like all Lindy. Like I love like all Lindy run the bench. Right. Like, and in the summer, right. But like, Lindy was not like, really friendly with days off. Right. Like we never really have any days off. And even when we had promised days off, like he will change his mind the last minute. And, it was a little bit of tough that way, because like, when I got to Nashville, like we, was really right away, like 2 days off a week, almost like right away when I got there. So there was a big change, but like,
Country Club,
I really enjoy my
Nashville
time.
Country Club.
It was when I was there, but it's not anymore, right? It's really changed, and it was a good way. Don't get me wrong. Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh,
right. It was a good way, but like like I was so used to Lindy, right? For like almost 6 years that like like everything changed. So, but like I really liked coach that like knows like like when it's time to joke around, but like in the same time like keep everybody accountable. So like. Like everybody feel like they're part of the team, and because to be honest, like you need 4 lines, you need like 60, you need 2 goalies, right? You need everybody to be a big part and pulling the chain to have success. Like doesn't matter at what level. And like when you feel that like he keeps the guy in the first line and the fourth line the same like you got to be accountable, and like to be able to play and get more ice time and earn in your ice time. So like it's always fun to play for a coach like that.
JP, we'll see you tonight on the Catwalk.
Yes, looking forward to it. And
Zoolander like tonight, JP.
Oh
Magnum,
yeah,
Blue Steel or Magnum. I don't know which one, but it's coming out.
I'm ready to go, and I hope fully they're gonna build like a school for me here, like for the kids who cannot read good.
Center for Ants.
All right, that's just a precursor to what's to come tonight. It's a sold-out event, Ryan Miller's Catwalk for Charity. JP, thank you